Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, jig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. I thank God for it every day. I try to remember that, too. You know, I try to remember to be grateful. I think gratitude is one of the things that helps keep me grounded. You can go as far as you want in life if you don't mind who gets the credit. Well, that applies to God too, don't it? I mean, you know, really, if you don't mind who gets the credit, I'm surrounded by very competent people. I'm surrounded by a lot of people who work hard on their jobs, on their career, who are dedicated employees and also just dedicated to their families and, you know, dedicated to their own set of aspirations. I don't expect anybody to work for me forever. I always look at my job opportunities as stepping stones because I want everyone around me really to aspire to be more. I mean, that's really the way I am. I'm not any other way. I'm not trying to hold you to this position, tell you there's no room for growth, any of that. But even though I'm surrounded by these people, I'm grateful that God placed them in my path, in my life, but in my mind, in my spirit, in everything in me, the credit still belongs to God. I'm sorry. The credit still belongs to God. See, if you would just for a moment stop thinking about yourself, just for a moment, I know that's hard, but just for a moment, stop thinking about yourself and realize that maybe you are who you are because God is who he is. Maybe that's the case. Have you ever considered that? That's the strongest possibility I can give to you. You know, how do you think you the one that made it through? How you think you the one after all of the ignorant decisions we have made? And oh my goodness, let's all be honest. Ain't we made some crazy decisions? I'm talking about, man, I have made decisions so adverse to my destiny and career, my promises. I've made some decisions, man, knowingly, you hear me? Knowingly do something wrong. And in spite of all that, I'm still here standing. Okay, come on now. Really? Really? All the dirt you done. Everybody done dirt. All the mistakes you've made. You in the position you in today. Because of what? Because you all that? Because you work harder than anybody else? Look, I work hard. I'll tell you in a minute I work hard, but I don't think I'm the hardest working person out there. I'm pretty sure somebody done worked way harder than I have. So, okay, so you work hard. Okay, cool. I got all that. But man, what about his grace and his mercy? What about his favor? How many times, man, you done relied on that even when you ain't know you was relying on it? How many times, man, God done shown you mercy? You ain't even deserve it. Do you know how many things I've done wrong? I just ain't get caught at it. Let me see how simple I can be here. You speed, you jaywalk, you lie to police when you get pulled over that you wasn't speeding. You go to court and argue you wasn't speeding when you was. You make U-turns. I'm just doing traffic violations. Now let's get off traffic for a second. Let's get on human violations. You talk about people when you're not supposed to. You indulge yourself in gossip even when you don't really have all the facts. You pass judgment. You lust for people that don't belong to you. You say things to people that you're not supposed to say. So, look, all of us, we all guilty now. See, I'm not saying you do all of that, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure I hit you somewhere in there. Just somewhere in there. You done lied before. You lied recently. I mean, come on. And I'm just saying. So with all that in mind, See, I'm just looking at the little things that we do that we don't get busted for. Not to mention the chips you stole when you was a kid and nobody caught you. Well, that elevated, didn't it? And some of y'all just didn't stop stealing. And next thing you know, you was in a car. Now you're sitting somewhere you don't want to be sitting because of a decision you made. But through his grace and mercy, couldn't it have been worse, though? Without his grace and mercy, could not it have been worse? I know two dudes that got caught in the garage one time trying to break in somebody's house, and the person in the house they broke into just happened to have a gun and held them in the garage, caught them, and held them to the garage till the police came. That's grace and mercy right there, because they had all full right to shoot these two people, but they didn't. The grace and mercy. See, all of us have benefited from his grace and mercy. All of us have done a wrong, committed a sin, broken a law, and somehow through his grace and mercy got by. Doing drugs, buying drugs, slanging drugs, doing something, got by. Jumped on somebody for no reason, got by. You know, so see, how you figure with all that can go on in your life. And then, hold on, let me throw a couple more at you. You can't wake yourself up in the morning, Mr. Big Shot. You don't have the ability to control the breaths that you take. Really, Mr. Big Shot. Really. Let's get real basic with it now. You can't wake yourself up in the morning. That's favor. That's grace. That's mercy. That's him allowing you to wake up. Just hoping we get it right. You know, God spared me through all the dirt I was doing, just hoping one day, man, can you just straighten up a little bit? When I finally straightened up, and I'm going to just say it, straightened up a little bit. See, I ain't straightened up all the way. See, I ain't going to sit here and tell you that. I just straightened up a little bit. He started blessing me. So the more blessings I got, I started going, man, maybe I'll try straighten up a little bit more. So I straightened up a little bit more. Now, I still got a long way to go, but I'm straighter than I was. Now, when people judging me, and as they will and they do, because that ain't right, but they do, and I ain't walking just the way they walk, then here come the criticism. I get it all the time. Stop wanting credit all the time and give out some credit where credit is due. Instead of having somebody patting you on your back all the time, why don't you tell people it was God, man. That you don't really know how you made it. That really, man, you have no explanation for your success. Or you have no explanation why you still exist in the day. Why don't you tell somebody it was God today? Don't be ashamed. It's the truth, ain't it? I mean, really, man. Let's give God some credit here. Give God the credit and the glory and the honor. And like that plaque said, you can go as far as you want in life if you don't mind who gets the credit. All right.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
One, two, three. I got it. What? I got it. Everybody want it, but I got it. Look at him. Come on. Get to me. Got it. What you talking about? It. Got it. That reminds me. I was at a Holiday Inn, and I came down to go across the street to go to Waffle House to eat one time when I was out on the road. And there was a lounge singer in there, and he had wrote an original song. I don't really remember how it went, but the name of the song was I Got It. I loved him. I stopped and sat down and listened to him. There was 4 people in the bar. black dude with a Jerry curl, and he was letting them have it. I got it. What you want? Got it. Everybody wants some, but I got it. Good God. I loved him. Thus was the birth of Roscoe Wallace.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shirley Strawberry, Carla Farrell, the mouth of the South, Mississippi Monica, Junior, government name Kiss Sprates, radio host, and the legend that is Nephew Tommy. Junior, what's on your mind this morning?
Oh, can I just ask you something, Monk? I just need to know. I'm confused.
Yeah.
You know, when you're married, when your wife have a bad day, this automatically becomes your bad day.
No. Our bad day. Our.
Huh.
Stop all this she was. We have it. No. Our bad day. Automatic.
Okay.
You finna get some of this.
Yeah.
Now, what did you do to try to fix the bad day?
Unc, I had, we ain't talked in 12 hours. I ain't did nothing yet. I'm just trying to figure out,
talked in 12 hours?
Well, last night was got home by 6, and we at work today, so ain't been nothing I said.
Yeah.
Really.
Ain't nothing you said been good?
I ain't said nothing.
Did you ask her how her day went?
I did. That's how we got to talking. It was bad day.
When y'all got to talking, what did she say that you didn't respond to?
I picked up my phone and read a message.
While she was talking?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, you just messed up your whole weekend.
Her.
Welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Y'all ain't going to talk till Monday. See y'all. Go ahead, Shirley. Yeah.
Coming up in 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew as he runs that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now to run that prank back with the nephew. What you got, Neff?
This is the shoplifter. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Yes, I'm trying to reach a Tanya, please.
This is she.
Hi, Tanya. My name is Daniel. I'm the head of store security here at your job.
Yes?
Listen, I'm trying to see, I'm going to have to, I know today's your day off. I'm looking at the schedule here. It seems that you don't come back in until Saturday. I'm trying to see if it's possible I can get you to come to the store. There's a bit of a situation I want to discuss with you. There's about $1,800 worth of merchandise missing from the store.
What?
It's about $1,800 worth of merchandise, and we definitely know that this is a in-house situation. This is not someone walking in shoplifting. This is definitely an in-house situation with employees who have evidently been shoplifting from the store, taking things, and we want to get down to the roots of the problem.
Okay, so what you calling me for?
Well, ma'am, it's been brought to my attention that there's a possibility that you may be part of this situation. And
part of the situation? I ain't no thief. I don't steal. You don't call my house accusing me of stealing. I ain't stole nothing from nobody.
Okay, well, hang on, man. What I'm trying to do is just trying to...
Hang on, my... You trying to say I done stole something, and I ain't stole the thing.
Okay, wait just a second. Now, do you have a sister named Cynthia?
Yeah, what about her?
Well, now, it seems that here on some of the footage that we have on camera, that it's a possibility that it seems like your sister's actually wearing some of the merchandise that we sell here in the store. And
okay, just because she wearing something that we sell in the store don't mean that I stole it.
Well, we don't see where she's at. I've backed the footage up as far as I could. I don't see any footage of where she purchased this particular merchandise. And my assumption is maybe you gave it to her.
I ain't gave her and just because you don't see where somebody purchased it don't mean that it's been stolen.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to just get to the chase of this, Tanya. What I'm going to have to do is this. If I can't get you to come to the store, ma'am, and matter of fact, here's another question for you before I go any further. You have children at all, Tanya?
Yeah, I got children. Why?
Is it possible, because I'm missing a lot of baby merchandise as well. And
you know what? You really cruising for this morning, okay? Because you don't call somebody on their off day accusing them of stealing.
Okay, here's what I got to do. Are you coming into the office so I can talk with you?
I'm not coming nowhere on my off day.
Well, then what's going to happen, Miss Tanya, is I'm going to have to actually come to your home, check your closet. I'm going to have to check your kids and see if they're check and see if they're wearing merchandise that comes from this.
Come to my house if you want to, and they gonna take your ass up out of here in a body bag.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said. You don't call nobody. I bust my ass at that store. You understand me? I work hard for y'all, okay?
You've been busting.
You call here accusing me of stealing. I ain't stole from nobody. I don't have to steal. That's why I work all day. You understand me?
I think you've been busting your butt taking stuff is what you've been doing.
I ain't took from nobody. You understand me? I do not steal.
I'm going to come over there. I'm checking your closets.
Things, but it ain't no thief. You understand
And
me?
I'm checking your babies as well, and I'm making...
You check my babies and see what happens. You put your hands on any damn thing in here and see what happens. Okay?
I don't want to have to drag your butt.
Over here. You going to drag somebody? Oh, now you threatening me?
I don't want to drag you out of your house.
Security guard. You a tough security guard. You like your job that much? You willing to die for that? Huh?
Who said anything about me dying?
I did. Come over here, and that's what's going to happen. That's what happens. When you with people on their off day, you get hurt, okay? I get a couple of damn days off, and y'all going to call me with this
So are you threatening me now?
I'm threatening you. Didn't you just call and say you was coming over here?
Yes, I did.
Your over here. Bring your Bring your security guard.
I'm on my Don't look. Let me tell you something.
Okay?
I can have you brought up on charges. You know that?
Bring me up on charges and see what happens.
That's
Bring me up on charges. See if you get that far.
I'm on my way over there now to check you and your kids. You understand me?
Come over here to check me and my kids and see how they check your up out of here.
Let me tell you something.
You ain't got to tell me. You ain't got nothing to tell me. You ain't got nothing else to tell me, okay?
Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you took? Maybe I'll go light on you. I'll go light on you.
You think I'm stupid or something? You don't sound like a damn fool. Why don't you tell me what you took? I ain't took.
I bet you're teaching your little kids over there how to steal too, aren't you?
What? What you teach your little ugly kids?
Hey! Now you will not.
Hey, my. Hey, don't call me with this on my off day.
Let me tell you one more. Are you listening to me? I got one more thing to say to you.
You ain't got nothing else to say to me.
Are you listening?
What?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked from your sister Cynthia.
Okay. So you and that broad want to play games, okay? Y'all want to play, right? Y'all got jokes. I got a joke for both of y'all, okay? I'm around here taking care of her and all her little ugly kids, and she gonna play with me and my off day? All right.
Tanya, she told me, she said, that Tommy be pranking people. You can't nobody get me with that old crazy stuff. How come them people don't know somebody calling and tripping with this? She told me you thought you couldn't be God.
That's all right. Y'all got me. It's all good. I love you, Nephew Tommy. I got something bubbly.
All right, let me ask you one more thing. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Thank you, Nephew. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
At the top of the hour in entertainment news, the Oscars are coming up this Sunday. We'll talk about who's nominated and who's not. Nick Cannon pranked the world with a fake new TV show to promote his real Celebrity Prank Wars TV show with Kevin Hart. And comedian Mike Epps mistakenly took a gun to the airport in his bag. That is up next. We'll talk about it, but right now it is time to ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey is ready for your love questions. Here we go. Kay in Oakland writes, my boyfriend and I started out in a polyamorous relationship, and then he asked me to marry him. He asked if I'd be down to try polygamy. Well, polyamory is cool, but I don't need any sister wives. I don't. Is it wrong for me to want my husband all to myself?
Okay, help me understand. Polyamory means
more than one lover in the relationship.
One. So now he asked her to marry him, and she wants to what?
She just wants him to alter herself. And then he asked her, did she want to try polygamy, which is more than one wife. You know that. Like a sister wife. And she said she doesn't want that. She just wants him all to herself.
Well, see, you went along with polygram. You went along with
polygram.
Polygram. Now you want to get on the pilgrim.
That's a record label.
All that's. You know, y'all, when you introduce mess, it's going to be some more mess. Mm-hmm. So I can't help you. You know, is it wrong? What y'all doing? You got into this mess with more than one. Now I want to know if you down for one wife. You down for everything else? I don't care. Next question, Shirley.
Wesley.
I'm tired of people like this, man. I really am, man. All this new stuff we got, I'm sick of y'all. What happened to love? What happened to dedication? What happened to trying to make another person happy? What about becoming a one? What happened to two people trying to forge a life together? What happened to that?
That's old school. That's old school.
That's what I want. I want that old school mess. That's what I want. This new stuff y'all doing, it don't work, man. It just don't work.
It's too much.
Man.
All right, this is from Wesla in Paramus. She says, my roommate from 8 years ago just told me that my husband came on to her while he and I were dating. He's saying it's the other way around. He's mad that she brought it up. I'm upset that he never did. Shouldn't he have told me about this?
No, your bigger problem is why is your girlfriend, so-called girlfriend, bringing it to your attention now?
That's hate.
Always know when somebody bring you the news, pay attention very closely to the messenger. See, when people say don't kill the messenger, no. Kill the messenger.
Kill him, dog?
No, dog. You know, man, just figuratively speaking.
Yeah.
But know that the person that brings you bad news, you must look at them and get behind the reason why. Girl, I'm just going to let you know he came on to me. He said, no, that's the other way around. She came on to me. Now she mad at her because he didn't tell her. What he going to tell her for? The real question is, why did she tell you?
Yeah. Yeah. And they could have she could have just let it go. All right. Moving on to Taylor in Kansas City. Taylor says, while I was pregnant with my son, I met a new guy and dumped my baby daddy. After I had my son, I had a baby girl with my new man. My new man disappeared, so I'm back with my first baby daddy, but he only wants to take care of his son, not my daughter, too. Shouldn't he take care of both of my kids?
Wow.
So the baby daddy
this is stupid.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You dumped a man while you was pregnant. You had his boy. Then the man you dumped him for, you had a little girl with him. Now, you back with your first man, all he want to do is take care of the son. See, he don't have to take care of your girl. There's no law say he has to.
Can't make him.
Your daughter got a father that's responsible for this life and should be paying child support.
Problem is your fast ass. That's the problem.
You know, you switching men, now you want to switch back. See, all that backfired now, didn't it?
Everything.
Now you back with what you shouldn't have left when you dumped him in the first place, and now you pregnant with another baby you want him to take. He ain't got to take care of that baby. He really don't. I mean, I admire men who step in and take
Steve.
and become stepdads and take over responsibility and give kids the right to be able to call somebody daddy. I love that. There ought to be a special day for them. But he don't have to, though. His job is to take care of his child. And the man you dumped him for that you thought was better, he need to take care of his own baby.
Yeah. But she's really thinking that he should take care of both of her kids.
See, you keep wanting what you want to happen. Remember when you didn't want him and you wanted the new man? And then remember you got the man, then you got the baby with the new man. Now you went back to the old man, but you want the old man to take care of two kids instead of just the one he made. See how you want it? That ain't how this works.
Yeah.
I can't stand you. I don't like Taylor.
Yeah, all right, let's move on to the last one. This is Joan in Mobile. Joan says, I'm 55 years old. My boyfriend is 40. He's the ideal man in every way, except leading this relationship. I make all the rules and decisions, and he goes along with whatever I say. So it makes him look submissive. How do I get him to be assertive?
What do you want?
He dating his aunt. What you want him to do?
15-year age difference.
What
to
do
go
you
along.
want
Not
him
his
to do?
auntie.
Yeah.
Dating his aunt. He just being respectful.
That's what he do.
What is all these rules you got in here? Dinner at 5:30. Bingo is Wednesdays at 8.
All right. Thank you, CeeLo. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
Dialysis is at 2:30.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me, if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The Academy Awards airs this Sunday night. You might call them the Oscars. But can you believe it's been a year already since last year's fiasco with the slap and all of that? Yeah. It's been almost a year, yeah. Well, this year, Angela Bassett is nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category for her role in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Yes. Actor Brian Tyree Henry is nominated for Best Supporting Actor for the movie Causeway. Our girl Rihanna has been nominated for Best Original Song for Lift Me Up from the movie Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And this year's nominations include plenty of first-time honorees and history makers. However, the most glaring flaw was the snub of the Woman King director Gina Prince Bythewood, and of course Viola Davis, the lead actress in The Woman King. Also, the film Nope was critically acclaimed with performances from Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer, and stellar directing and screenwriting from Jordan Peele. That was overlooked this year as well. The Oscars, if you want to tune in, airs this Sunday at 7 p.m.
Ain't
Eastern
Nope a
on
scary
ABC.
movie? Is Nope a scary movie?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Has there ever been an Oscar given out for a scary movie like Ghost or something like that?
I don't.
I think, did Whoopi win for Ghost? Did Whoopi win?
Yeah, Whoopi won something for Ghost. She won Best
Supporting
Actress.
That wasn't a scary movie. That was a
wasn't a scary movie.
A love scary movie.
love scary
movie.
Yeah. I don't do ghosts.
I
I don't give a damn. Once it's a ghost in the movie, I'm cutting it off.
I know Angela Bassett better win. That's all.
Well, who is she up against?
Viola
Who is she
I
up
don't
against?
care. I don't care.
Well, you gotta care. You gotta take on the other performances.
Come
what
on,
those
Tom.
people did.
She better win.
It depends on who she up against.
Come on, Theater Major. Come on, Theater Major.
It don't matter. I understand you love her, but now who else is she up against?
Come on with this temporary moment of intelligence. Come on.
I love Viola.
Y'all better lock in on
nominated.
this. Y'all better lock in on this because these are one of his few intelligent moments.
Who are the other performers?
He know about. That's what you need to know who he's up against, because I can tell you right now.
Is that what he said? That's like,
if she's up against the quantum,
you hear that, Carla? Yes.
Quantum acting that was done in some of these scenario scenes that quite personify what we're about here with the Oscar and Academy. And I disagree with that.
All right, moving on to Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon really knows how to get everyone's attention. This time he pranked everyone by announcing a new game show where lots of women would compete to be his baby mama. And the fake title of the show was Who's Having My Baby? Well, this whole fake show was a big prank, Tommy. You should be able to relate to this. A big prank to promote a real TV show starring Nick Cannon and Kevin Hart called Celebrity Prank Wars, where they will be taking their pranking skills to the next level with celebrities like Anthony Anderson, Lil Duval, Fantasia, Tiffany Haddish, Taraji P. Henson, Lil Jon, Ludacris, Killer Mike, Chance the Rapper, T.I., and many more. The show premieres April 6th on E!
Okay. Take a look at it.
Yeah.
All right,
see if he got his pranking skills up. I'll take a look at it and see.
Because you're the king.
I will judge it and see if you got your pranking skills together.
But did anyone believe the fake show, though, Who's Having My Baby?
I saw the trailer, though. I thought it was a real show. I was like, man, come on out.
Nick.
3 women came around that corner. These 3 women are willing to have your baby, Nick.
Number 13, here we go.
Oh. Like, Nick, you play too much.
Yeah. That was pranking. Okay, here we go. Finally, comedian Mike Epps was stopped Sunday at the Indianapolis airport after police found a loaded gun in one of his bags. TSA discovered the .38 special air-weight gun with 4 rounds loaded, but none chambered. Epps claimed that he forgot the gun was in the bag and was just in town for a comedy show. He was not arrested, but both the gun and ammo were taken for evidence. I mean, I guess that could happen, right?
That can happen. Happen.
Yeah, you forget that your gun is in the bag.
Well, he carries a lot of cash and stuff. He said he carried a lot of cash with him. People out here robbing. So he may have forgot, but he's not out here on. He's not out here on this. Gang banging, nothing like that. Nothing trying to show.
The cash is by the gun, Shirley, in the bag.
Listen,
that's right there.
Listen,
stay right there together.
Listen to me. If you are a celebrity, get yourself some security. Get you a security guard. You have too much to lose to be carrying these guns. Hire your off-duty policeman to sit with you. He licensed everything. All these white dudes out here, you don't hear none of this. You know why? Because they got security. You're going to mess around and cost yourself your career. You're not a shooter. You hire people who are trained to watch people as security, bodyguards. That way you ain't got to carry no gun. And it's a deterrent. When there's more of you and they see security, that's a deterrent. Man.
Are people worried, like, when they have security that their friends or whatever are going to, what they think about them? Oh, you think you all that. You got security now. Is that one of the reasons?
No, these dudes be living too much in this lane that we don't belong in. Y'all not hard. Y'all not thugs. I do this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you run up on me, I got somebody going to run up on you. I'm going to sit back and watch the whole thing unfold.
Back that mess down, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all got too much to lose.
Advice, Steve.
Now, this Uncle Steve talking. Get your ass some security.
Okay, you heard it.
Carry no
Steve
damn
Harvey.
gun nowhere because you carry cash. Carry cash and get you a security guard. It's a deterrent.
Okay.
He's licensed to carry.
All right, coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, talks about why she cried for 30 minutes straight after they left the White House on that last day. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, shared how she felt on her last airplane ride away from the White House back in 2017. On her Michelle Obama The Light podcast, she said leaving the White House after 8 years of intense scrutiny had come crashing down on her and the family as they took their final trip on the presidential plane. There was also the realization that Trump was taking office following a controversial election. Michelle Obama said, "When those doors shut, I cried for 30 minutes straight, uncontrollable sobbing, because that's how much we were holding it together for 8 years." Can you imagine? You know, because she did look distraught that day. She looked distraught, like she didn't want to go. Like I don't know what was.
Can I just tell you, our First Lady, you think you was crying? You had some folks out here crying like we was crying harder than you on the plane, and we wasn't even on the airplane.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Van Jones sat there and cried on CNN. Remember, he cried. Right?
I'd have cried too.
Van was crying.
Look who we handed the country to.
God, dog.
Hand was up there on national TV crying.
And the line started that day when he started with the estimate of the crowd for the inauguration.
Oh, it was before
the first day.
It was immediate.
The biggest ever. The biggest ever.
Yes.
Mrs. Obama said we flew over that. There wasn't that many people.
Yeah.
Hello.
She said there wasn't that many people.
There was a lot of seats free that day.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody pushing.
No.
He was not sold out, that's for sure.
He couldn't go to the inauguration, all of that. And all 8 of Michelle Obama's The Light podcasts will be available exclusively on Audible for a limited time. After 2 weeks, fans can stream them on any podcast app. So that's great news. But, you know, that just lets you know that she's human. And, you know, it affected us all. It really, really did. Handing the country over to.
But you think about her because, you know, like you said, she was in the White House, and us, we were on the outside looking in, and we were affected too. But, yeah, can you imagine?
Yes.
Man.
For the
I was
4
distraught.
I mean, crying like at a funeral.
Man, Donald Trump was the worst 4 years I've been in this country and seen any president. And I didn't even realize how wrong Nixon was. And I didn't even really understand the bill that they passed, even Clinton, about crime bill and 3 strikes you're out.
3 strikes,
You know, because I was busy doing so much, but it was some funky moments, but nothing compared to this damn Donald Trump.
I'm telling you.
Wow. Well, coming up at 34 minutes after the hour,
white people.
Roscoe Wallace is back. He'll be here right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, Roscoe, welcome back. Welcome back.
What's going on, Shirley?
Hey, Roscoe. Welcome.
Everything. Junior.
Yeah, my man, Roscoe.
What up, baby? Hey, Mississippi. This is reminding me of a pretty girl forehead. I like that right there. What up, hey, Tommy?
What up, Roscoe?
What's going on with you, man? Ain't nothing. No. Hey, wait. What's up with you today, Carly?
Hey, Roscoe. We've been cool with each other lately. What's
everything all right? You finally coming on around. They're learning the truth. It is what it is, baby. They ain't finna change.
All right, so it's Friday, Carla.
Friday.
And what do you and Roscoe have going on today?
Baby,
you guys are getting along
Saturday.
now.
All right, yeah, so since we've been getting along, Roscoe,
right?
let's do this. I'm going to give you
the
title of a song. Huh?
Living for the weekend.
Okay, well, go ahead. Started with the OJ.
Just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead. I want to hear what you guys say, D.
Okay, I'm going to throw out a title of some of my favorite songs, and I just want you to sing. All right, so I want you. We're gonna go back.
I probably wrote it, so you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you make it on that. I'm gonna let you make it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna throw out some of my favorite songs. "In the Rain" by Jermaine.
I wanna go outside.
The outside.
In the rain. may sound crazy, but I wanna go outside.
It's gonna take forever to do. Yeah.
In the rain. Let me just give you a little bit of this shit right here.
Come on.
'Cause I don't want you to see me cry. Let me speed up, go to the other part. I'm gonna walk out that door. I can't take it no more. Well, I just can't get right there. I rushed a little bit, bro. Try to get it in. Right there. Go on.
Yeah. Feel the fire.
Feel me.
Come on, boy.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I want to feel the fire. Yeah.
Why you got to turn to the side?
All you got to do is something that you told me stayed in my head. How long? All night long.
Yes.
You wanted me to love you when you said.
What'd she say?
Softly. Reach out and touch me. My love is in your hand. Come on, girl. Feel me. Oh, Lord. Huh. Girl, what?
All right. This one you have a choice.
I can get them out before you say it good. What?
Stevie Wonder, Ass.
Around the sun, the earth knows she's revolving. Woo.
Yes.
And the seasons know exactly when they change. Just as kindness knows no shame. Know through all your joy and pain that I'll be loving you always. That tomorrow can't reveal the mystery of tomorrow. And in passing, we grow older every day. Boy, come
Ready? Let's go to Fantasia. Free yourself.
Let him use you on this one now.
Yeah. You don't want me. Don't talk to me. Get on out of here and free yourself. Why you keep calling me? Go on and free yourself.
All right, Roscoe.
I want you to take your baby, get the hell out of here.
Thank you, Roscoe. Sing us out. Coming up next.
Free yourself.
It's the nephew and the prank phone call for today.
You
right
ain't
after
gotta
this.
want me.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is, get this subject, chicken nugget cheaters.
Chicken nugget cheaters?
Chicken nugget cheaters. We'll find out what that's all about coming up in just a bit, because right now it is time for the nephew and today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
This right here, Shirley, is called Gems. Gems. Now, Gems is God's Eyes Ministry. God's Eyes Ministry. I am one of the gems, you understand? God's Eyes Ministry. Yeah, I'm watching. And when you have been missing church, it lets us know how much tithes are missing on this end.
Amen.
Okay? And when we get through with this prank, I'm going to ask y'all when the last time y'all been to church, and we're going to put this tally together on how much tithe y'all owe to the church house, all right? Because what we're not going to do is fall short of paying our tithes, and I mean that. And that's every last one. You tell me, because I'm one of the gems, okay? I'm God's Eyes Ministry. Y'all gonna pay these tithes, and I know y'all have been doing it.
Right. Up next, strawberry letter for today. The subject, chicken nugget cheaters. All right, we'll get into that, find out what that's all about right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me, if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Let's buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, chicken nugget cheaters. Dear Steve and Shirley, my husband left me recently, and now he wants to come back home. Last month, I came home, and there was a woman in my home. She was sitting on the floor in my den eating chicken nuggets, and she greeted me, and we exchanged pleasantries. I asked her where my husband was, and she said he went to get some condoms, and he'd be right back. I went outside and waited in my car for him to come back because I was scared of this strange woman. My husband came home 15 minutes later, and when he saw my car, he passed on by the house. He called me and asked if I had been in the house. I told him that I met his girlfriend Deanna eating chicken nuggets in the den. He said she is a distant relative that is down on her luck, so he fed her and told her he would go to the store and pick up some things for her. I was right behind him in my car at that point. I told him to pull over, but he wouldn't. I was so anxious, I mistakenly rammed his car from behind, so he had to stop. Bystanders ran over to check on me, so I didn't get a chance to talk to my husband because he drove off. I went back home and the strange woman was gone and she left my house unlocked. I have not seen my husband since that day, but he's been begging me to come home. I had the locks changed because I didn't want Deanna popping back up over there. I asked my mother-in-law if there was a Deanna in her family, and she's a liar and has always protected her son. So she said, I believe so. Am I supposed to believe that? He went to the store for Deanna when he has never gone to Kroger or Target for me. Do I owe it to him to let him explain, or do I follow my first mind and keep ignoring him? You owe him nothing. You owe him nothing. Follow your first mind. Now, when you had this accident, when you ran into the back of his car, all the bystanders came over to check on you. Your husband drove off. Follow your first mind, please, your second mind, and your third mind. What a night you had. This was really crazy. Huh? She hit his car. And he should have checked on her still. That is his wife. You know what he was doing. Anyway, she was a little anxious, she said. We're getting back into the letter, though. You were right to change the door locks. Do not give him a key. Your husband just up and left you, and now he wants to come home. this was supposed to be a distant relative, Deanna, in your house, lied to you about that. Then he ran away when you wanted to pull over and talk. If he had nothing to hide, he would have stopped and not have passed you by when he saw you outside. He was going to the store to get condoms. That's what Deanna said for his night with Deanna. You know that. But he called her, told her to get out when he saw you because you spoiled his plans when you came home and found Deanna sitting in your floor eating chicken nuggets. Don't let him back in the house. Be done with him, because if he had the nerve to bring a woman into your house like that, he's not going to stop what he's doing. Steve?
This letter damn near unbelievable. This letter right here is so crazy. She said her husband left her recently and now he want to come back home. But the story's so damn crazy, though. Last month, I came home. Now, this is how I'm going to read the letter. I'm going to read the letter in the voice of an ignorant person that's trying to tell you what happened, but act like it makes sense. Okay. All right, here you go. Last month, I came to the house. No, I can't do it like that because it's a woman. Okay, just let's do it. Last month, I came home, and there was a woman in my home. Now, that right there, that's... Crazy. You came home, and there was a woman in your home. This letter starts off startling. She was sitting on the floor in my den eating chicken nuggets. This is odd. This is really odd. Then you asked her where your husband was, and she said he went to get some condoms. He'll be right back. What? Wait a minute. Now, you got to be scared right now. Because this heifer full-blown crazy. Sitting in another woman's house, comfortable, in the floor, eating chicken nuggets. The wife come in and say, where's my husband? And she said, he went to the store to get some condoms. He'll be right back. And kept eating them damn nuggets. Now, right here, this where at my house, this a whole nother letter. Because I don't know how you going to keep swallowing nuggets while I'm choking you. I do not know how you going to get the rest of these nuggets down because I'm choking your ass. Okay. I went outside and waited in my car for him to come back because I was scared of this strange woman, and you should be. My husband came home 15 minutes later, and when he saw my car, he passed by the house. He kept going like he didn't stay there. Come on, boy. He had to do that. There's no way he could have pulled in that driveway. Now, I don't know what he thought he was going to do by pulling off, but you got in behind his ass. And when I come back, the letter gets worse. This letter just gets worse.
She should have rammed his car. All right. At 23 minutes after the hour, we'll come back with part 2 of Steve's response. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, chicken nugget cheaters. Chicken nugget cheaters. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, chicken nugget cheaters.
Lady came home. Now, her husband had left her. He begging back after this happened. Lady come home. A woman that she don't know is sitting in the floor of her den eating chicken nuggets. They exchange pleasantries. Hi, how are you? Hey, how you doing?
One more time, Steve.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? So, who are you? Oh, I'm Deanna. And you is? Excuse me? I said it. I'm Deanna, and you is?
You are.
I'm Natalie. I live here. Oh, okay.
Would you?
All right, well, what's happening, Natalie? What, Deanna, can I ask you a question? Where's my husband? He went out to the store to pick up some condoms. He'll be right back. What?
But she got to offer some chicken nuggets.
But steady eating chicken nuggets.
I ain't stopped.
You scared of the woman, so you go sit out in the car to wait. Your husband, 15 minutes later, driving up to the house, see your car in the driveway, he go on past the house. He got to buy time. Now, here you are.
Exactly.
You jump in, then he called you and asked you, baby, you been in the house yet? Yes, I've been in the house. And I told him I met his girlfriend, Deanna, eating chicken nuggets in the den. He said, as fast as he could, that's a distant relative. That's down on her luck, so I fed her and told her I'll go to the store and pick up some things. I was right behind him in my car at that point. I told him to pull over, but he wouldn't. I'd have been slinging condoms and rubbers out that window like it was drugs. I'd have been slinging condoms and rubbers out the window. You'd have thought I had weed on me. I'd have got all them condoms out that damn car. We got to get this out of here, because Tommy's right. I can't pull over with these condoms in this car.
You can't do that.
I can have some more chicken nuggets in this car. I can have some honey mustard sauce. But I can't be in here with these damn condoms. I'd have been biting that pack open, because you can't throw the whole box out. You got to throw them out individually so it'll be scattered. Yeah. I told him to pull over, but he wouldn't. I was so anxious, I mistakenly rammed his car from behind, so he had to stop. Now, this is the only lie in the letter.
Yeah.
What?
You know, good and hell well you rammed the back of that car on purpose.
Yeah.
You tried to knock the whole back seat. You tried to push that back seat up through his throat.
Oh, well.
And so that's a lie. I was so anxious, I rammed the back of his car. Bystanders ran over to check on me, so I didn't get a chance to talk to my husband because he drove off. That was his opening. They checking on him. Let me get up out of here. I went back home and the strange woman was gone, and she left my house unlocked. Lady, no, she didn't. He went and got her out that house.
How fast
He didn't
was
leave
he going?
your house unlocked. He swung around that corner and said, "Myrtle, come on, Natalie coming." They jumped in the car. I've not seen my husband since that day, and he's been begging me to come home. I had the locks changed because I didn't want Deanna popping back up over there. Deanna ain't finna pop back up over there. Deanna don't have no key. Your husband let her in. Your husband dumb. Your husband bought her some chicken nuggets so she could get fed, and he was going to the store to buy some condoms. This is the dumbest damn dude I've ever
It's really
seen.
crazy.
Then I called his mama. This the second lie in the letter. I called his mama and asked her if there was a Deanna in their family, and she's a liar and always protects her son. She said, "I believe so." Let me tell you something. Old people know who in the family. All these names in the Bible somewhere. Old ass people know who in this Bible.
Yeah. That's right.
Am I supposed to believe that he went to the store for Deanna? He did go to the store for Deanna. That's a true statement. Because Deanna forgot to bring the condoms. And she told you exactly why he went to the store. Because once I eat these nuggets, I'm going to be good. And there's something, and chicken nuggets turn me on. So as soon as I get through eating these nuggets, I'm finna do your husband. In here, in this flow. As soon as he come back from Kroger with these condoms. And I don't see why you have a problem with that. Move out the way, because I'm trying to watch the stories. Because I'm watching General Hospital while I'm eating these nuggets. And you standing in the way of the TV, whoever your name is. Now, do I owe it to him to let him explain, or do I follow my first mind and keep ignoring him? Well, ma'am, I don't know how long you can ignore him. You're going to have to address it. But you're going to have to deal with the white elephant that's in the room. And your elephant like chicken nuggets. So now, what do you want to believe? Are you going to let him tell you that he really went to the store for her? When she told you he going to the store to buy some condoms and he'll be right back. So you lady, I don't know who you are, but you need to get out of here, because we're going to be doing something in this flow with this nugget and this I told him to bring some honey mustard sauce.
All right.
And we finna have honey mustard sauce all over this floor.
Leave us your comments on today's letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Junior, before we get to sports, we got to ask you to tell us about your podcast. How can people listen?
Living Your Life podcast is jumping off, man. We got more episodes. Kiki Shepard's going to be my next guest. She has a foundation called KISS Foundation for Sickle Cell. So we're going to find out what her foundation is doing, man. I'm telling you, go to livingyourlife.online and subscribe. It's going to be a great time. We got more people coming, man. I'm trying to get Ryan Clark to come on and talk about his daughter has sickle cell. He having the sickle cell trait. So we're going to have some special guests come on here, man. We can talk about sickle cell around the world. So we're going to even have some people over in other countries, in the Middle East, Africa, over in Europe. We're going to change how sickle cell look. It ain't just African Americans now. We're going to have some other people in here to show you. All right. That's what we're doing.
Sounds good, Junior.
Living Your Life podcast. In sports, Daniel Jones gets 4 years, $120 million from the New York Football Giants. Saquon Barkley got the non-exclusive tag. We pay him $10 million. They are going to work on the deal. But Lamar Jackson did not get a long-term deal, man. He won $200 million guaranteed. But they slapped him with a non-exclusive tag. Now, he don't have to sign it, but he's just going to make $32 million next season. If they would have gave him exclusive, just 32.
That's a lot of money.
It is. But he wanted $200 million guaranteed, Tommy, and the Ravens didn't give it to him, man. So
are they playing Lamar?
Yeah. But Lamar don't even have an agent, though.
Well,
you think this hurt you?
They did a non-exclusive, so you can franchise tag him non-exclusive or exclusive. They had did exclusive. If they did exclusive, he'd have got $42 million and couldn't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
But they gave him a non-exclusive, so he got $32 million, but he can start talking to people.
He started talking to people. I was going to cost you two
now,
first
the only
round
thing
picks.
is they can match the offer. So they may have messed themselves up. Now, 11 teams and came out and said they don't want Lamar.
That's crazy.
But it's a whole lot of teams. They lied.
And these teams need quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
I can't think 11 quarterbacks better than him.
I don't see it either. Also, man, let me just put this out here too, man. 2 witnesses have came forward in the Michael Irvin case that said that Michael Irvin was friendly with the employee from Marriott in the lobby. They said they didn't see anything wrong with what Michael Irvin did. They've come forward, and he's already suing Marriott for $100 million in this defamation case because he was removed from the Super Bowl, but they said he did nothing inappropriate. They said they saw him, they watched him, and there's nothing wrong with what he did. So, hey.
And they need to do something to these people with these false charges. If you create false charges that cost a man his job and his reputation and messing with his family life, something should happen to you consequentially. That's the word I think it is.
Consequentially?
Consequentially.
Sounded very good to me.
I believe it.
Or consequently.
So proud of you.
or
Quit while you're ahead.
Or you could just go for
we'll
saying
keep an eye
that.
on it, Shirley. We're going to find out what happens in this case.
All right,
I'm
Junior.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that. All right. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll talk about Tiger Woods and his ex-girlfriend right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C. It took 4 murders before the police finally realized that one person was responsible.
I will admit the others when you catch me if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
This child was laying on the side of the road. It appeared that she was probably either dragged out of the car or thrown out of the car.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen by the mother.
Did my mother see me?
That guy he's out of sync with even the worst people.
I thought that they would catch him. I thought it was just a matter of time.
Is it possible that the killer is still alive?
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend is suing him for $30 million, claiming that he deceitfully threw her out of their home. According to documents, Erica Herman and Tiger had been living together in his Florida home for 6 years before they broke up last fall. Erica says she performed, quote, valuable services for Tiger in exchange for living there rent-free. She adds that they had an oral tenancy agreement that was supposed to last more than 5 years. Or 5 years more. According to TMZ, Erica claims Tiger's people convinced her to pack a suitcase last fall for a short vacation without Tiger and then drove her to the airport. When she got to the airport, she was told she'd been locked out of the house and could not go back. Wow. Erica also claims they confiscated more than $40,000 in cash that she had at the house and accused her of illicitly obtaining the money. So there you go.
Go back to oral.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Okay, it's where you have a verbal agreement. You and the landlord agree verbally that you can rent the unit. Okay, you have nothing in writing. You have nothing in writing.
No, you say oral to us. You got to be clear. We don't know what you're talking about.
I just cleared it up. I hope. Now, if the tenant is gonna rent the property for more than a year, the oral agreement is not recognized, and then you have to go back and put it in writing.
What she's trying to do is capitalize on the non-written white lady law. Mm-hmm. This is the unwritten white lady law. Well. What this is called a breakup. This is what this is called. People do it all the time. People get their locks changed all the time. This is a breakup. I don't want to see you anymore. It's not working out for me. We're splitting up. You were not a couple because you're claiming to have an oral agreement about rent. So you're not saying that you all were a live-in couple, even though that's what it is. And now he don't want you no more. Now you want $30 million. The other side of the story is she wants the judge to remove her, she has a clause where she has to be quiet. She signed an NDA.
Oh, NDA.
Yeah, something like that. She wants the judge to remove that. And any gag orders where she can freely talk about what she wants because she want to write a book or something like that probably. Hey, little girl, it's over. It didn't work out. You're not engaged. You wasn't there long enough. You need 9 years, and then you can claim something. You wasn't there long enough. You ain't make the cut. Listen, in golf, you don't make the cut.
Why is Tiger stuff always public? Why is it always?
Because he's a different type of girl.
Why does it always get to this point? Jesus.
Yeah, but see, once again, he done some old get up, pack a bag. See, sister would have knew something was up when they in her packing bags for you.
Yeah, what y'all in my room for? Hold on, what's this?
Wait, who was? Because first of all, you can't handle the sister's underwear drawer. You ain't allowed in there. Now, once you start packing drawers, we gotta have a problem.
That's right.
Where's my bra?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
You did what?
Tiger.
It's
Vicky
where?
with the good hair. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
30 million?
Okay.
30 million?
Yep. Well, they stole her 40,000, Junior. That's what she said. That's even, sad. Don't you think? 30 million for 40 grand.
No,
but I'm with you, Tommy. Tiger always
in some
best.
Who are these women?
You know, not long. What was it? It was Waffle House or IHOP. He was messing with all them ladies. He should have bought them a Buick. He had a Buick deal. You can get everybody a Buick and be quiet. It don't make sense.
Genesis now.
Yeah. Get somewhere and sit down, Tiger.
take Tiger down here to Jackson, Mississippi. Just get around some black people. Just get around them. Yeah, man.
So are you clear now, Tommy, on an oral tendency agreement?
I know what, because I've had some oral tendencies, and I didn't know what that was. I didn't have a lot of oral tendencies.
I can't stand him.
No, he's not wrong.
All right, coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Good news for actor Jonathan Majors. You know who he is. He stars with Michael B. Jordan in Creed 3 right now. Well,
right.
Jonathan Majors is starring in 2 of the highest grossing movies at the box office right now, actually. He's been successfully pulled, he has successfully pulled off back-to-back #1 hits at the box office, which is a feat that few have accomplished in their careers, okay? First, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, in which Majors plays Kang the Conqueror. That opened up to a domestic total of $104 million and remains in second place at the box office behind Creed 3, which also stars Majors in the role of Damian Dame Anderson. Creed 3 grossed $58.7 million domestically last weekend, so we got to say congratulations to Jonathan Majors.
You know what? I don't want to say he came out of nowhere, but he has arrived.
He has arrived.
From wherever he came from, he has arrived, buddy.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy.
Yeah, he is.
He
really
put it down in
great
that
actor,
Western.
too.
He really put it down in that Western, man. What was the name of the Western?
Yeah.
Harder They
I've
Fall.
seen the pictures
Harder
of
They
him
Fall.
without his shirt on.
Yes, we have. Yes,
Of
we
what?
have. Yes, it's our job to do that for research.
Is that really a question, Steve?
Well, I just
Really?
wanted to say that's how I look in my mind when I see myself. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Not quite there, but what I'm seeing is that I feel.
All right, coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, we'll play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather. Would you rather get a back rub to put you to sleep, or would you rather get your head rubbed?
Well,
You're going to give me a headache doing that. You're rub my back.
Rub back.
well,
No, don't
No,
go there.
okay.
Don't
It's
take
back,
that
huh?
joke there.
Yeah,
Don't take that joke there. Let's go to the next one.
Is that it? Wow, you guys. Would you rather sleep in a cold room with a blanket, or would you rather sleep in a warm room without a blanket?
I sleep in a cold room every night with Jack
I
and
don't have no damn choice. 'Cause my wife got my room like a damn meat locker. We in there
A
like
deep
we
freezer.
poor. We ain't got money for heat.
I
Put your
can't
blanket,
stand it.
layer up.
I can't stand
I'm talking
it.
about it's spring. I mean, I got quilts and everything on my side. And then our bed right up under the vent. I ain't got no hair.
So sick.
It feel like somebody done licked the top of my head and blowing on it.
She bought me
right.
a 25-pound blanket. I can't even turn over when I got it on. I can't do nothing.
Oh, you got one of those weighted blankets?
A weighted blanket. Put this on you, but I'm gonna put this air on 50. Okay, that's what we're doing around here.
50?
My husband wears a hoodie to bed. He having a hood on.
Call up. Sometimes I do that too. See, man, you ain't got no hair. Yeah, you ain't got no hair, man.
All right. Would you rather eat only at places with a drive-thru, or would you rather eat nothing but soup? Fast food or soup?
I'm going drive-through.
Fast.
Get it. Soup every day? I'm going drive-through.
I want
What
the
was the question is?
Would you rather eat only at places with a drive-thru, or would you rather eat nothing but soup?
I'm going through that drive. I'm getting that double meat cheeseburger at McDonald's. I'm getting that double meat cheeseburger.
All I'm eating now is soup.
Yeah, all you eat is
That's
soup.
it. Only soup.
Man, soup you gotta eat to get full.
Man,
like
but
the
you
lady
ain't
in
gonna
the
make it at that
strawberry
drive-thru.
Get them nuggets.
Oh, watch me. Give me number 2, please. Number 2.
You finna be sick.
All right. Steve, what's your answer? Come on.
Man, damn, I can't do that. That drive-thru, I ain't gonna make it, man.
So you rather eat only soup?
Bisque.
Yeah, man, I'm finna have
Y'all, guess who at the
potato
window?
soup.
Steve. Steve at the window.
Tommy, I done that. Hell no! Oh,
we don't have
hell
time.
no! That was
We
the
don't
last
have
time I went to drive-thru.
Thank you. That's today's round of Would You Rather. Coming up, it is our last break of the day, and we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
If you're looking for someone to help you unpack Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story, you're in the right place. It's me, Gabby Collins. Come with me, because on Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that's put that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. On this podcast, we're going beyond the basic line of questioning and getting to the heart of the show, all while appreciating the contributions of the show's creative teams and remarkable cast. Go inside each episode of Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton's story with the creatives, the cast, and creator Shonda Rhimes leading the way. Listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, Thursdays on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
All right, guys, here we are, our last break of the day. And we made it through another week. Happy Friday. Tommy, ready to love tonight?
Tonight, baby.
Can't wait.
I'm sorry, hang on. Tonight, you can find me on the OWN network, Ready to Love.
I'm going to HR with this. I'm going right straight to HR.
Yes.
Let's get on your nerves.
It'll be something to see. It'll be as an emotional roller coaster ride as I guide these couples on the journey of finding love. And
you guide people.
He actually does a great job, Steve. He really does.
That's what you heard.
We love the show. We really do, Tommy. They all look to Tommy for advice.
They do.
They do.
Him. Yes,
they really do. Yep. So we'll be watching tonight, nephew. We will.
Thank you. Tune in.
Yep.
On network, baby. Ready to love.
Yeah. I have some closing remarks.
Yeah.
Closing remarks are this. This is just some personal thoughts. I haven't jotted anything down. I'm talking off the top of it. And we get sick of you, who you think you are. We can't take no boat trips, and you're always showing. And I went, whoa, okay, wait a minute. So it affected me, so I stopped doing it. And then I met somebody that said, hey, man, I saw that video you posted, man, about you being out on the water. I can't tell you how much that meant to me, man. Now I go to the park and talk to God sometimes. Sometimes I go down to the beach and talk to God sometimes. And you're right, man. Ain't no devil out there in nature. Thank you for that. He said, man, how come you don't do more of that? And I told him the story about how this person had affected me. He said, hey, man, stop worrying about them people. He said, there are those people out here, man, who want to be inspired, who want to see some things they never seen before. He said, man, stop letting people shape you like that. And so I had to rethink it, and they were absolutely right. But for a moment, I had allowed social media to have an effect on me. I've stopped doing that since then. If people would spend time being positive, I think social media could be a fine place to go. But it's flexing and hating all day long. Be careful not to fall prey to that. Know who you are. Know your own truth and deal with you the way you are. Don't let nobody shape you, man. Social media. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. Those are my closing remarks. Hey, y'all, talk to God today. Love to hear from you. Peace.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Between April 1971 and September 1972, 6 young black girls were snatched off the streets in Washington, D.C.
This child was laying on the side of the road.
The person said, I murdered your daughter.
The killer believed that he may have been seen.
I will admit the others when you catch me if you can. Signed, Freeway Phantom.
Listen to Freeway Phantom on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get ready. Stuff They Don't Want You to Know is back in iHeartland for another epic event. Ben, Matt, and Noel from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know are hitting the big screen in iHeartland on Roblox. This time, they're celebrating some of the most important people in our lives, teachers. Join the guys as they educate us about our educators and celebrate Teacher Appreciation Day all week long. Head to State Farm Park and iHeartLand on Roblox starting Thursday, June 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern. Visit iHeartRadio.com/iHeartLand to start playing today.
On Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, we're stepping behind the scenes and the drawing boards of this team to experience the life breathed into the Bridgerton prequel. Listen to the leaps executive producer and series director Tom Verica took to capture the feeling that puts that lump in your throat. And you've got to catch creator Shonda Rhimes. She's dropping gems, diamonds, and mics. You can listen to Queen Charlotte, the official podcast, every Thursday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you listen to your favorite shows.